and welcome to the old shop after what's been quite a long break. I think feels like it over the end of the summer, and now we're very much into autumn, so I thought it's time to start making some more videos. I'm in the front garden and it has not been somewhere I've really spent very much time actually over the summer. We've had a very dry summer and everything got really parched, and when I was out here I would just think, oh, I ought to be watering it, it's all going to die, and then I didn't get around to it because I was off on an adventure or at the beach or something or another, and then I didn't do it. I hadn't really got the enthusiasm for whatever reason. And this morning I don't say I've got the enthusiasm back because I haven't really, but I did spend about an hour, maybe a bit less, having like an initial tidy up around the front garden and change the water in the bird bath. Everything's really wet. It's been really raining a lot the last couple of days. It's saturated, and actually I'm kind of happier with that because everything's looking green again, and although obviously it's going to die back very soon for autumn, I think it's quite nice for it to have like a last little bit of vibrant nourishment in the form of the rain before so it does. I know this sounds a bit silly probably, but so at least the plants know that it is going to rain again and they will get nourished again, and that's what's been happening. There's no flowers really to look at in the garden at the moment, apart from the ice plant has got some pink flowers, and there's just a very few of the Japanese anemones still flowering, but I mean a very few. But there will be, once the winter and early spring comes, starts to be more to look at, because should be some tulip bulbs coming up, and the hellebores are very early to come out as well. So I love hellebores, and so I look forward to that. I think that's it really. I'm rambling now. So just to say, well, you'll see anyway, but this is just a short video this time, just to get back up to date with everything, and just with captions really as much as anything, and then we'll start afresh. So without further ado, let me just welcome you again and say it's lovely to have your company. I walked down the lane and I saw some wild crab apples, and that made me think, oh, I can make some hedgerow jelly this year, which I've done before, because you really need crab apples for it to set. And I found on the same bit of lane some rose hips and some sloes and some hawthorn berries and just a few blackberries as well, and I put them together in my colander. I can't believe how many I found, really. Enough for the jelly anyway. I only wanted to make a couple of jars as a kind of ritual representative, really, of the hedgerow. So washed the fruit, and I cooked up the fruit, and then I strained it and added a similar amount of sugar to it, and it made a beautiful couple of little jars of very bright jewel-like jelly. And on Michaelmas, 29th of September, I took the last of the lammas loaf, that I'd made for Lemmus and took it to the beach, and I just had a little taste of this jelly, and it was absolutely lovely. It really was a real taste of the autumn. Bromholm Priory, which is close to the old shop, is within walking distance, a couple of miles away at Bacton, has an amazing history as a place of pilgrimage. They used to have a piece of the True Cross. People would come from a very long way away to visit. So now it's not open to the public. In theory, you can just go as far as the gatehouse, which I did at the time I was making this candle called Mermaid's Head in January 2022. And it was one of the themes was pilgrimage, so I went there with my staff and went to this gatehouse. So much more recently, a few weeks ago in September this year, we went to the priory, and there was a builder there who, because the house, which is private, is on private land, there was nobody there, but there was a builder who didn't mind at all if we went and had a look at the actual ruins. And so we went in and had a really good look around. I was busily taking photographs, as you can see, looking for any Norman stonework to photograph, and the arches, which I love. It was a beautiful day. You can see all the lovely blue sky as well. But when you looked more closely, you started to see low down there were these little square holes lined in brick, which didn't look part of the original priory at all. And by crawling in, you can see here one of the little holes actually, by crawling in underneath a kind of niche area, I suppose you could call it that, you could get right inside it. And actually what it was a wartime, it had been turned into a wartime pillbox, Second World War pillbox, which is quite incredible. And I was going around inside there, as you can see, looking out through the little holes at all the nature, verdant nature outside, and imagining what it must have felt like to actually be there in that emplacement during the war. So thank you very much for watching this video. It is just, as you've noticed I'm sure, just a bit of a quick catch up, just in photographs mainly, just showing what's been happening in the last few weeks when I haven't been making my more in-depth videos, and I've suddenly realised that the autumn is really very much here, and it would be quite nice to get back into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hopefully make another kind of more normal video showing you things around and about in the next few days, and then we'll get back on track in that way. And I'd like to as well do one of my old shop tales, little short videos soon as well, because I quite enjoyed doing those. I hope, not sure what it'll be about yet, but I've got lots of ideas, so something will happen. And I think that's it really. So probably next time I'm here, my little lights up here, which are actually broken. I've put a funny little string up for now, but I'm going to probably have my pumpkin lights up by then, because we're really heading into the All Hallows season, so which I'm sure we'll talk about when it comes to it. And that's probably the difference you'll see when I'm sitting here. So anyway, for now I'll say goodbye. Thank you again for watching, and take care, and see you soon.